The title of my poem is She Was a Phantom of Delight.
Okay, so after reading it, my first reaction of the first half was really good. Like, you can honestly feel like he really loves her and he's just in awe about every
There
single
was
thing
lots of
about
imagery
her.
within the first couple of lines, which kind of added to the whole entire meaning of the poem.
Example, she gleamed upon my sight. Instead of I just looked at her and she's beautiful, which adds imagery. And I really like that he makes it rhyme, which kind of just adds like, just a little bit more of a happy tone. But then there's like a shift where you can just feel like that tone isn't there, and the mood changes.
The mood changes once he gets to know the woman throughout the poem, and that's kind of the literal meaning behind the poem, is that he meets this woman and he's fascinated within her. Like, he thinks she's beautiful, and she just makes the moment beautiful. And so, in reference to that, at the beginning, it's like kind of like an evolution of like their relationship in a sense. And at the beginning, he adorns her and compliments, and then throughout he starts to get to know her better, and her household motions is what he what he said. And then he starts to see that she's just a person, he's just a person, and she's doing what is supposed to be done in a household opposed to what he originally inquired about her and what he wanted to be of her. And he referenced her at the end of the poem as a machine, and that he kind of lacked the luster that the first sight of her caused. And so towards the end, it was kind of more. It kind of, at my first impression, was that she was dying, but then you could kind of tell that like there was something off about it. She wasn't on her deathbed, but the relationship might have been on their deathbed. And so he kind of got used to her, and she became common to him. And so that was kind of the sad poem, but
Yeah. Uh, really, a line that I kind of like about it is, I don't know what stanza, but it's the line right after the shift, and it's the line. Okay. So it says phrase, blame, love, kisses, tears, and smiles. So it's kind of like happy, sad, happy, sad. So it kind of just shows that he's like on an emotional roller coaster.
And he kind of became very like familiar with her and comfortable.
Yeah, so that's like when it kind of like died or started to die.
The spark began to go out.
Began to go out. There's a Twilight reference.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of references to times of day, which kind of hinted to a chronological order. And at the beginning, he kind of references her now as a ghost, which kind of stands out. And he referenced her as a phantom as well as a spirit, but
which are complete opposites, because phantoms are scary and then spirits are less scary.
And then he also describes her as an apparition, which is a soul or a spirit of a dead person. So it's kind of odd, and then it all of a sudden changes, and she's a machine, and she's no longer something that's desired but can't have. And my initial reaction to the poem was pretty much what it was, but I kind of looked deeper into depth with it, and I kind of found out that that Wordsworth actually was married 4 times, and marriage became almost a machine, and a woman is no longer a subject of as much desired attention. And then at the end of the poem, there's like a lot of end rhyme, and it begins to come more fluid, and it kind of symbolizes that he desired her beauty at the beginning, but now he respects her strength. And I thought that was kind of pretty.
One thing that we tried to look for, maybe like we tried to see if one of his wives died, but now I'm kind of realizing that since he was married 4 times, maybe this like poem isn't about one specific person. Maybe it's just about the 4 of them in general, and how the cycle in which it happens. Like, at first he loves them, and then it slowly starts to die, and then he just replaces them.
Starts
and
to become a
systematic
commodity.
So yeah.